Day, everyone. It's Amanda here with your February 2018 RuneScope. This month, I will be using a new deck that I got over the holidays from my sister, the Wonderland Tarot, which I've been wanting for a really long time. It's by Chris Abbey and Morgana Abbey. I love it. So we'll be using that in conjunction with the runes for your reading this month. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please do click the subscribe button if you find that I'm connecting with your energy and the messages that are coming through are resonating with you. That way, whenever I upload my new videos, they will go to your subscription feed. You can also tap the little bell to set up alerts if you would like to be alerted whenever I upload new content. Be sure to join me for part 2 of this video over on my Vimeo channel. I will be pulling one card from Nature's Whispers Oracle cards by Angela Hartfield and Josephine Wall for your spiritual guidance. Also, it's Valentine's Day, so your 2018 love readings are also over there for you to check out. I did use a deck that does contain nudity and sexual situations, though, for those readings. So heads up, for those of you that that's not your thing, you may just want to listen to the audio on that and maybe not look too closely at the pictures. So I've been looking for years for a good love-based deck, and I don't know, they're all just a little fluffy puffy for me. I haven't really found one that I connect with. If you want to recommend one, please leave it in the comments. That would help me out. I will check those out. Maybe you could help me on my search. So yeah, that's over there. Also, your 2018 career and finance RuneScope is over there too, on Vimeo, to give you a more specific look at that area of life for you in 2018. But all of that being said, let's jump into your February RuneScope. Hey Capricorn, let's jump into February and see what we've got for you for the month. We've got Venus, goddess of love, here in honor of Valentine's Day. Hopefully she will be able to give us some of her wisdom. That was quick. They're coming up quick today, the runes. It's not always the case. These are general readings, Capricorn, as I always mention. So just want to mention that, as I always do. If you would like something more specific or more information, you can first of all watch the video for your rising sign as well. That will contain some messages for you. Sometimes they may be more specific than this general sun sign reading. The only way, though, for me to connect specifically with your energy is if you schedule a private consultation with me. I do those on Skype. They are $70 for 30 minutes. And I am offering the New Year's readings, the 1-hour New Year's readings through February 28th. So if you want a specific look at your personal year for 2018, where we look at the first half of the year and then another reading for the second half of the year, contact me and we will set that up. But let's see, what do we got going on here? Challenge or focus, that's where we always start for Capricorn. Got the Two of Hats in reverse. Now this is the Two of Cups in other decks. So someone is breaking up, but I feel really for a lot of you, this is not you. I mean, it could be, because I got a breakup or a divorce and then a stable, you know, positive relationship or marriage, specifically with the Hierophant here. For others of you, this could just be like somebody planning to marry someone that you know is not the right person for them. So your challenge may be, Capricorn, for some of you, is, should I tell my friend? I mean, I really care about this person. They're my friend, they're my sister, they're my brother. Do I speak up and tell them that they can't? That just came through. They shouldn't marry this person, or will that buy me more trouble than it's worth? We'll see if we can get the answer to that as we move along. Probably going to be different for all of you because you're all dealing with different people and different personalities, but for some of you, this divorce could be, for some of you, that it's someone else getting a divorce, or even you getting a divorce. It could be good in the sense that you can talk to people again. I mean, you may feel like you've been kind of confined. Maybe you were with a possessive partner, or just, you know, were in a relationship or a partnership where you felt just exhausted all the time and didn't feel like being social, and so you feel like you've been out of touch or had to cut off with a lot of people, or maybe someone who has been through that is now getting a divorce is going to be able to renew associations with you. But this is coming up as the challenge. So, I mean, somebody maybe has a challenge leaving someone. So, I mean, Capricorn, you could be advising or dealing with someone in an abusive relationship. Unfortunately, you could be in one yourself and trying to get out of it. But I feel like for those of you that are in that situation, you have, all you have to do is reach out. I mean, even if it's people that you haven't spoken to in a long time, maybe you had to cut off. That's one of the number one things in an abusive relationship is you're cut off from, you know, your outside people, your friends, your family. They isolate you from them so that you don't get any good advice. So no one says, hey, leave that cray-cray, all right? So, I mean, but it seems like you have advice available to you, both people who care about you and also legal advice for those of you that need that. And it may be through a friend or a family member. All you have to do is reach out and say, hey, can you help me with this? Could you help me find a lawyer? Could you help me, you know, sneak out in the middle of the night? Whatever you need to do. And then some of you are going to be on the other side of this. You're like, hey, whatever I need to do to help you, I will help you get out of this negative situation. Do you need to come stay here? Do you need me to come get you? Do you need me to find you a lawyer? Let me know however I can help. But it's coming up as a challenge. So, I mean, it's either maybe challenging for you to help this person because maybe you've been hurt by them or hurt because they cut off from you, or it's going to be challenging for them to get away from this person because they're always around, or they're always just the way they have the household set up or the relationship set up. It's like difficult for them to leave. For some of them, it may be difficult because of religious reasons. It's like you don't get divorced. Maybe they're Catholic. We don't believe in divorce. We don't do this. And so, I mean, getting them to understand, like, especially if it's for your personal or emotional well-being, if you're suffering, being abused emotionally, verbally, abusive in an abusive situation, no truly enlightened God would want you to stay in that situation. In fact, one of your major life purposes or tests may be to stand up for yourself and leave that kind of a situation. You know, dogma should never interfere with your safety. Okay? Ever. That's not the sign of a truly enlightened or God-inspired religious situation. So again, tradition, maybe it's not even religious. It's just the culture you grew up in. We don't get divorced. Well, you do when you're being treated this way. At some point, you have to put yourself and your safety before the situation. And again, Capricorn, this could be you. These could be things that you are telling this person. Maybe you were raised or grew up in the same religion that they did. Maybe they cut off from you because you left. You wised up and you left. And, you know, maybe that's part of the reason they weren't able to talk to you, or they weren't able to be in touch with you, or didn't feel that you would understand. But now you're exactly the person that would understand. Maybe you left a similar relationship. So yeah, a lot of dynamics coming into play here. But yeah, the challenge is ending this relationship, divorcing, whether it's you or someone else. But I mean, there are beautiful things on the other side for your relationship with this person or a future relationship. A lot of your communication may be going over text or email because I've got a lot of connection to internet or stuff going through that way. Somebody may be having to do secret communiques with you, having to hide your messages and their messages, so they may be like using someone else's phone. Or so if you get, and this is coming through, and it's probably going to be for, you know, just a few of you out there, like you may get a message from a number you don't recognize, and you know, our first thing is like, who is this spamming me, or who is this catfisher, or whatever. You know, work out a way for this, because I feel like it's someone you know kind of crying out for help. So, I mean, ask them to answer a question that only they would know. or you know, find out a place you can meet in person so you can confirm that, or just send you a picture or something so that you know that this is, you know, or to hold up a sign that says, you know, a certain thing right there so you know it's them, because you need to make sure you know who you're talking to. And I feel like that's going to be specific, you know, for some of you, if they're in an abusive relationship, this could be, you know, the other person, the abuser, trying to see if they've been talking to you, trying to pretend they are them in order. There's some chicanery going on here. I believe that's a word. It came through from spirit. So, and I like it. I do hope that's a real word. I think I've heard it before. It's just not used very often. I'm gonna look it up after this reading, but yeah, some weirdness afoot, some trickery, lies afoot with the partner of someone. So yeah, the challenge may be sorting out where a text message is originating from, or, you know, whose number is this, or, you know, that sort of information. Now, in the present energy, we do have the Hierophant, which is what I was talking about before with conformity, religious traditions, particularly regarding partnership and marriage. Someone may be reluctant to leave an abusive situation because of beliefs, or, you know, conforming to something bigger, or conforming to even just family beliefs or family things, family traditions. This could also be somebody planning to get married to someone that, yeah, maybe they're pregnant, maybe they got someone pregnant, or they're going to have a baby and they know this partner's not right for them, but it's, you know, traditionally that's just what they would do. They would marry this person, and you may be like, whoa, 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 hold the phone, hold on a minute. Let's talk about this. Now, Capricorn, if it's you, I mean, that may be, it's like, oh, I have to go through with this and I don't want to. I just feel this real resistance to shift or change, either into a partnership or out of a partnership. So, if this is somebody going into a partnership, into a marriage right now, or talking about it, or planning it, or planning to get married even in February, they're going to end up having to leave this relationship later. So they may as well, you know, not even, some of them may be planning it for May, because the Hierophant is a 5. So maybe there's something they're planning it for May, so that they still got a window of time, but, and get the 5 of Swords here too. Whatever is delayed in February, whatever ending or shift or change that needs to happen, whether it's you, Capricorn, or someone that you're advising or trying to help and be there for, whatever doesn't happen now in February, they're just putting it off until to happening in May with the 5 of Flamingos, which is the 5 of Swords in other decks. We'll talk more about that when we get to the outcome. The help that's going to be available, we've got the 10 of Flamingos, which is the 10 of Swords. So, I just feel so strongly, Capricorn, for many of you, and I just want to reiterate it, because I know when people hear, oh God, all these swords, I really feel like for most of you, this is someone you're trying to help. This is a friend, this is a family member. You're trying to be the catalyst or the helper to get them out of this negative situation, because the help that's coming up for me is like someone finally coming to a painful end or realization and seeing that someone is a bad influence, like someone needs to be avoided, someone needs to, you know, take a hike, they need to get out of something, they need to end something, they need to call off something. Someone's, you know, they're finally seeing the light. They're finally maybe seeing somebody for who they really are, and that this needs to end. And while facing up to that may not be easy because of all the reasons we kind of talked about before, tradition and whatnot, it's going to be far worse if they go through it. And I just feel like you are a very important part, or maybe the important ingredient in getting them to see that, getting them to realize that. But they're finally maybe seeing the truth of someone or a situation. And Capricorn, for you, this could be a help to you. You finally seeing, hey, I need to get away from this person. Maybe there's a final betrayal. The Ten of Swords can talk about like feeling betrayed, cheated, or lied to, feeling stabbed in the back. This could be happening, Capricorn. If it is, it's just to motivate you to get out of a situation, get away from this person, get away from this energy. Now, for some of you, this could be a job. It's like, you know, you need to get out of this situation. Now, whether you've got a new job or not. You may have an interview or two lined up in February, but I mean, there may just be something that happens in February, Capricorn. If this is not a relationship situation, then I feel like most of you have a line on something else, though, at a big corporation. You're either leaving a small company, if it's job, you're either leaving a small company that's very chaotic with no structure, no rules, to go to a big corporate structured place, a better known name in your industry, something that you're going to be far more excited about, or that's the kind of environment you're leaving for a small, more liberated environment. The pay may not be as good. It's going to help you. It's going to help you to take a step down in pay if you're leaving a toxic environment. Not normally something a Capricorn would do. You're more likely to suffer if the pay is better. But I don't know, there may be some sort of betrayal at work where you're promised a promotion, you're promised a raise, you're promised a bonus, and then you don't get it. And this is to motivate you to frickin' leave this place. Like, once and for all, would you get your Capricorn ass out of there? How many bad things have to happen to you? How unfairly do you have to be treated? How many times you gotta be, you know, smacked down before you get the hint, Capricorn? So, that's another way this could be coming through. But I really feel like for the majority of you, we're talking about relationship stuff and with someone else. But they're seeing the truth, they're seeing the lies, they're seeing the betrayal here in February. What must be accepted? We've got the Queen of Peppermills. So this is the Queen of Rods. Fire sign energy, Aries, Sag, or Leo, male or female. In these general readings, it can be either one. And lots of protection. So this could be somebody helping you, Capricorn. Again, one of these people giving you advice, or this is the person you are trying to help, because protection's coming up. So either you're trying to protect this person or they are trying to protect you. And there's a, I don't know, you're both just kind of feeling like whatever is happening now is what is supposed to happen. And you're both figuring it out because Lagos is here. So, and if this is your friend, that is who you would call on. This woman is like, you don't mess with her. So she can be quite intimidating. For some of you, maybe this is your lawyer. If you are, you know, considering divorcing or separating. I mean, this woman just has a presence and you don't mess with her. Like, she may be he or she, but I do feel for many of you, this is a she. She just has that kind of personality, right? She may be physically intimidating too. I mean, he or she, maybe they're just a big person, tall or strong, or just like you can tell this person can hold their own in a physical fight, although that may not be their go-to, you know, but they wouldn't be one to, I wouldn't provoke them for sure. But especially in, like the actions, they know how to take actions. They know how to do their job in a way that is going to, like if this is a lawyer, it's one everybody knows not to mess with. Like, I feel like that's this person's reputation. But yeah, you could be taking on this role, Capricorn, for someone else. I mean, you could be their protector. Maybe you have a fire sign rising, or you have fire in your chart and it's just really kind of you're maternal or paternal if you are a Capricorn guy. Those instincts are awakened in you, like, I'm going to take care of this person. I'm going to protect this person. I know that's what I'm supposed to do. You feel just divinely connected to this person, or like, this is what's supposed to happen in this moment. I'm supposed to help this person get away, or this person I know I can trust to help me do what I need to do, or face what I need to face. For those of you that this is a job, it could be, you know, this person hiring you. So yeah, I feel like in February, if this is a job situation where it's just been like one more lie, one more betrayal, one more promise that wasn't kept, you will have something on offer. But man, I mean, those of you that don't walk out, this could be, unfortunately, and I hate to say this, but the Ten of Swords with Fehu in reverse could be a layoff or a firing. But again, if you're watching this at the beginning of February, that does not mean that all Capricorns are going to get laid off or fired. But I mean, you know, you may just be fed up and say something, and then, you know, that's what, you can't take it back, you know. But again, even that's happening for a reason, because I feel like you'll almost immediately have a better situation anyway, and you're going to be kicking yourself like, why the hell did I not go to this place earlier, or why did I not try to get out of this place earlier? And this friend, this fire sign, could be like a friend of yours or a family member that's helping you get a job, maybe someone in your network that you could touch base with that will help you get a new gig really quickly. And it will end up being a better place in the long term anyway. Your outcome, though, with the Five of Flamingos is, it just means winner takes all, right? So this is war. For you or this person you're helping, however the cards fall. To use an analogy that's really not an analogy, because we are dealing with cards. So yeah, you're gonna have to play dirty. You or someone else is gonna have to play dirty, and either they're helping you do that or you are helping them do that. And so this could be like also just like an illegal firing or an illegal layoff that maybe you're talking to a lawyer about, or you're trying to get advice on, and they may be like, well, this may be your lawyer again, and he or she may be, well, this is going to be a hard fight, but we can win this. But I mean, we've got to be down, we're going to have to get down and dirty. Same with whoever's getting the divorce or ending a relationship. This is going to be a battle, because, but I mean, you both know that, again, because I feel like many of you, there's an abuser or someone who's got issues involved in this. But Five of Swords just means winning at all costs. So, and you know, sometimes some situations in life, sometimes you're dealing with people that just, they don't understand anything but the sharp edge of the sword. Again, not saying kill anybody. We're talking in analogies here. I always have to clarify, because, you know. But yeah, I mean, this seems to be you or someone you're helping is dealing with somebody that's not going to understand anything, but playing dirty and going for the throat here. So that's what I see for February, Capricorn. There's a good result, but you'll have to fight for it. But again, I feel like it's you just kind of backing up somebody else that you've been hoping would get out of a situation. It's all ending the best way, but it is going to take a fight. And it may be May, because we have fives here. It may be May before the full like end result is known here or seen, or you get the final divorce or the final settlement, or the final recovery here. But let's meet me over on Vimeo. The link again is below. I'm going to shuffle the Nature's Whispers Oracle. I want to see what further spiritual guidance we can get about dealing with these energies. Especially since we had the Ten of Swords and the Five of Swords. I really want to focus on like how to handle that energy, what's going to see you through. So the link again is below. Just click or tap show more, or the little arrow under the video to meet me over there. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you back here next time.